Alright, before anything else, huge shout out to Ace in the Hole. You might see his comment below the video every once in a while. He leaves a lot of comments. Big on nicknames. Met him, met his friend Spanky, met his friend Alfalfa. And Spanky, life is a lot better when you hit backdoor boat. Am I right? This was an interesting question a viewer had. It was about relationships while being a poker player, or maybe specifically a traveling poker player. I think the question regarded dating, although I thought I would answer in a more exhaustive framework. And I was thinking about this, and I broke it down into three categories. I guess there's friends, there's family, and there's dating. So, friends, I actually think it's awesome. I think it's better being a traveling poker player, because unless everyone you know in the world lives in one city. So when I'm in the Council Bluffs area, I see my 1 to 2 friends from law school. When I'm in New York, I see the people I went to high school with. When I came close to going to a baseball game in Houston last year, when I was spending those 5 weeks in Council Bluffs, a guy I know from college, he's lived his whole life in Houston. I don't know that we were definitely going to hang out, but we were going to try to make it happen. I come out here to the Southwest, to Vegas. Herbs and Rye is in town a lot in Vegas. Sometimes I go to California. I can see Herbs and Rye then. So if you know people all over the country and you have the flexibility every year to be in many cities across the country, like, you get to see everybody. If I just spent my entire life in New York, like, I would probably never see Herbs and Rye again. I would probably never see my friend from law school again. So in that regard, it's better. If we want to move to number 2, and if you're wondering, I'm just walking aimlessly around around Paris. And
all right,
try not to bump into people. Number 2, family. It helps that my parents are retired, because they can take a vacation to somewhere near me. 2 years ago, they were in Southern California, and I went down there to see them. Last year, same thing. This year, they're actually coming to Vegas for a couple days. So yeah, they come to see me, and I have the flexibility around the holidays to take 4 to 6 weeks off and be back in New York. If I wanted to, I could have left New York in February. I could have played like Atlantic City for 1 to 2 months, Maryland for 1 to 2 months, Philly, the Philly, Ben Salem, Wind Creek area for like 1 to 2 months in like July. Spent the entire month of July back in my parents' house, and then August did the same thing. Spent like 6 weeks playing Atlantic City, 6 weeks playing Parks in Pennsylvania, 6 weeks playing like the Horseshoe Baltimore, Maryland Live, and then been back for the holidays. Like, I could do that, and I could spend like 2-3 months total throughout the year at my parents' house. So I have the flexibility to do that. Like, no, I don't see them every single day, but I can see them a lot. Having this type of self-employed position makes all that possible. Try not to bump into people. And third, I guess, dating type relationships. So since moving here in 2015, there have been parts of my time as a poker player where I've been single. There have been parts where I haven't been single. As time relates to it, it's like any other job. Like, I mean, if 2 people are dating and they both have jobs, like, that's a lot of time they can't spend together. And maybe or maybe not, they have the same schedule and the same time off. You actually see that with poker dealers. Some poker dealers, their spouses have jobs in the casino, and some never want to be working at the same time. One could be home with the kids. Try to make that happen. When you can't, it's kind of like, it sounds like it's a problem, but they try to make that happen. Others want to have the exact same shift, so they have the exact same time off. And if they can make that happen, that's cool. There's flexibility in whether it's self-employed or not self-employed jobs in the casino. So as it relates to just time, it's like any other job. Like, that's not different. The schedule can be different. So playing like overnight can mean you're only awake when the person you're dating is asleep. That could be annoying. It could be rough. It could be difficult to find time to spend time together. It could be great. It could be great if it happens to sync. If someone's job, like a shift worker, like a police firefighter, maybe that's something also that's going on overnight, and poker often overnight, not all the time. I have started sessions for a stretch at like 7 a.m. just because stay up real late one night, sleep a lot one day, and like your schedule kind of gets messed up for a couple weeks. So the time of day can be a little annoying sometimes, but just the fact that it's like time dedicated to something, that's going to be the same with any two people dating who both have time they need to commit to their incomes. So it's not different in that regard. So it's not all that different. I think the flexibility usually supersedes everything else. Even though I have a lot on my plate, there's a lot of poker hours I want to play, there is a lot of time that goes into daily videos. Now also the newsletter, there are also activities I either enjoy or am looking to make an income from or continue to make an income from that have nothing to do with Vegas or poker, and I don't mention them, but every single thing I do is very, very flexible. So whether it's seeing family or friends or dating, whether it's in Vegas or any other city in the country, usually the flexibility makes it better. So I worked in IT, and the hours were very long. It's not like I never worked overnight, but I mean, between like 8 and 5, I was almost always busy every single weekday while I was in IT. I worked at UPS, where I had no say over the hours, so I very much enjoy the flexibility that being self-employed has. Occasionally there's something I really need to do, like when there's a free roll tournament, I really need to be somewhere. Sometimes there's like, I don't know, I think a meeting sounds like a little too what's the word? Like too robust, but sometimes there's like somebody I need to meet or like someone I need to talk to and like direct messaging or like email or like a phone call. But for the most part, very, very, very flexible, and I enjoy that aspect of being a traveling poker player as it relates to all relationships in my life. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying this content and want even more poker, Las Vegas, and travel content, feel free to sign up to receive my monthly newsletter via my Patreon page. It's $5 a month. There are 3 ways to sign up. You could either type in the link you've been seeing at the bottom of the screen, or you could go to my YouTube homepage and in the center of the screen, click on the link to my Patreon page, or you could go into any recent video of mine, go into the description box below the video, and click on the link to my Patreon page from there. Once you're on the Patreon page, click on Start Free Trial and follow all the prompts. The first 7 days are free. It's $5 a month after that, and you will receive 1 monthly newsletter about everything poker, Las Vegas, and travel related. If you want to see the first one I created, which is free for everybody, feel free to click the link on the top of the screen or the link to the video that's on the screen in the bottom left-hand corner right now.